What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to O'Leary's Garden, where life is a garden. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about livestock. So, something very unfortunate has happened here on our little homestead, and I wanted to make a video and talk to you all about it. I think it's past at this point. We've got our flock of chickens. We got 5 of them from Tractor Supply who vaccinate all their chickens for all the standard diseases and this and that. And I'm not going to get into that whole mess of vaccination. I am having a beer. I'm not going to get into that whole mess of vaccination and allowing nature to run her course and natural selection and herd immunity and all that stuff right now because COVID. So, over the course of the past week and a half, our flock has gone from 19 birds to 11 birds. We have lost 8 birds over this past week and a half, and it's been hard. Now, especially, I try not to rely on too many outside sources. So when things go wrong, I try to think critically and figure out what's going on for myself. Could it be the water? Is it something they ate? Is it the temperature, or, the change in the weather? Because we're going into November now. These birds are really young. It's their first change in season in our climate. Is it that? But there were so many birds, and I don't know. We still don't know. We don't know what happened. Some of you might call me irresponsible for saying so and not really investigating the problem, but this is the way I do it. I trust nature to handle these kinds of things. And we lost the 8 birds. We could tell. I could tell. I don't think she was looking as often. I was the one burying them every day. And I could see, I paid attention to the rest of the flock and saw which ones were acting a little off. When chickens are sick, they kind of tuck into themselves, and they nod off, fall asleep. They're not as active. Chickens are generally up and up, let's go. Some of them weren't, so I kind of would tell her there's going to be 2 dead tomorrow. There's going to be 1 dead tomorrow. And we've reached the point where there's only 1 left that I thought was going to die, and it died 2 days ago, and the rest of the flock are behaving like normal, active, happy chickens. So I think it's past us, whatever it was. It seemed to be a disease from what I could tell, because they really didn't look bad. I looked at the carcasses. They didn't look different in any way. The combs and wattles were all good coloration. The eyes were fine. Feathers were fine. So I don't know. I don't know what did it. I wish it did, because I'd like to have fixed it. And that's the point of this video. That's what I want to talk to you about. Is that problem with livestock. That burden that comes with it. Okay? So when you're caring for animals, if you're anything like me, you're a soft-hearted little bitch. You grow to love them. Even though you're going to eat them. You're going to eat them. I loved my rabbits. I loved them. That doesn't mean I won't break their neck with a fire poker and skin them and throw them in the freezer. That's nature just as well. But while these animals are in your care, it's your job to make sure that they're safe and they're happy and they're healthy. And when they're not, when something on that front goes wrong, when they're not happy or they're not safe or healthy, it's your fault. And you carry that. And it sucks. But it's real. It's nature. It's life. It's life. You learn from it, you do better the next time. You pay attention. Learn from your mistakes. Unfortunately, in this particular situation, I can't say exactly what happened. I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea what happened to those birds. Now, we have agricultural, like an FFA facility not far from us that we could take the birds to get tested for free. But at this point, they want one that's freshly died. And I've buried all of those. And I'm not about to dig up a dead bird. Or they want us to bring them a live bird to euthanize to test it. I don't want to do that either. So we kind of have to see what happens. And that sucks too. I can tell you, I've never been in this situation. You know, with the rabbits, they're all separate, really, except for the litters. Your bucks and your does are separated. So if there's a disease, it's really easy to quarantine. With the chickens, I suppose it would be too if we had known what we were really looking at. This is our first year keeping chickens. This is neither one of us have ever kept chickens before. And I want you to not be discouraged by the idea that things like this can happen, because they're gonna happen. You can't escape these types of things. And maybe it won't be the exact same situation, but there will be something. There will be something like this. Maybe a fox finds a hole in your enclosure and he gets in there and tears them up. I got another story for that. 2 days ago, there was a fox that got damn close. Well, we got close to the run. He didn't get close to getting in, but he was a little too close for comfort. I come out. I got a test for my electrical license to work for myself on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. On Monday night, I've been out here every night doing practice tests and shit. And on Monday night, when I got home, I let the birds out, and I come out to the garage and started doing practice tests, and I forgot to close that door to the run when I went inside. And I come out Tuesday morning, about 6 a.m., and there was a fox. Wasn't inside, wasn't even in the fenced-in area. He was just sitting outside the run, staring at the birds. Because the birds come out, as soon as the sun's up, the birds are outside of the coop, and they're in the run, the run that is attached to the coop, not the yard. If you've seen some of my other videos, they're in the run, the lean-to. And the fox is just sitting there staring at them. And I'm like, oh shit, how many are dead? How many more are dead? I've already lost too many birds this week. Now we got a fox eating them. Didn't lose any birds. They were all fine. He didn't get in there. He just sat there and stared at them. Probably should have gone in and grabbed a gun and shoot him. Maybe. There's a couple arguments against it. Because what is he doing for our local ecosystem otherwise? Is he killing other predators? Is he killing groundhogs, moles or voles that would be problematic in the garden? I don't want to shoot him. I don't want to shoot him. He didn't kill anything. So I just kind of walked toward him, and he ran away. I went in and I shut the door because I don't want the birds to be out in the yard all day. They have the run. They have outside access all day long. That's which is important. Make sure you do that. If you get chickens, make sure they can get to fresh air all day, every day, when they want. So I went and shut that door, and I seen him way out in the corner of the property, just sitting down, staring at me, like, I'll be back, motherfucker. So, needless to say, I cannot forget to shut that door anymore. And if you have the money to invest, then I definitely would recommend an automatic chicken door so that you don't have to rely on your drunk ass distracted brain to keep your critters safe, because human error. But that's most of what I wanted to say to you, is just that, you know, this shit happens. It still happens to me. It's never going to stop happening to me. It never will. Why? Because I'm never happy sitting still. I always want to try different stuff. I can't not try different stuff. And even if you're doing the same thing, if you just raise chickens, that's it. That's all you kept on your property for 50, 60 years is chickens. You're going to learn something new about them every day. You can't learn it all. You can't. This is nature. Nature is a huge thing to be up against. Like this disease. My hands are tied. I can't fix it. But now on the bright side, what we have now is the birds who are immune to whatever disease was present. We have 4 Buffalo Orpingtons, we have 3 Rhode Island Reds, and we have 4 Bantams. 3 are black Cochins, and 1 is another type of Cochin, kind of looks like a Barred, but mini. So those are the ones that are left. Now on the concept of natural selection, now we have the strongest genes in our gene pool to carry on the flock. So when we go and brood eggs to further the flock, that's what we will have. We'll have the best genetics, which is what you want. That's what you want. That's what you want in your plants. That's what you want in your livestock. That's what you want in everything. It gets a little tricky when you're talking about people, but as far as the livestock system, a chicken flock, you want the best genetics to carry on. And it's hard. It's hard to call out the weaker genes. It's especially hard when it's unexpected and it requires losing half of your flock. It's rough. But it's real. And it's nature. And it works. And it's for the best. So with that, this has been Zach Leary and O'Leary's Garden. If you enjoyed these videos and the work we're doing, please help support us by doing not the Amazon shopping. Run down there and hit one of those buttons for me, please. The like and subscribe, especially the subscribe button, please. I'm worried about YouTube shadow banning me and taking me away because I talk about anarchy and that kind of stuff So I'm trying to get my videos synced over to Library and Odyssey. If you, they are free speech YouTube alternatives. But I need 100 subscribers to do that. So if any of you out there who do like these videos and are watching could help me reach that goal of the 100 subscribers so that none of my videos are lost. If YouTube decides to give me the finger, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.